Would you look at that? Just like I said, it is happening. I said it's going live in 2 seconds, and it did. What's up, everybody? This is Babetalk. Suppy suppy. Hello. Hello, Kris. Hi, Kris. Hey,
Hello,
Kris.
hello, hi.
Hello, hi, hello. This is Kris, guys. Everyone say hello to Kris. It's Kris from Sports from Boston, Massachusetts.
What's up?
What's up, Sadu?
Here, I should actually. Where can I stream this? I can post this. This seems like something I should post.
This is definitely something that you should post.
I'm logged on right now, dude. I need to spread the word of the internet. This is
All right, I'm going to give you the actual link when I send this over to your Facebook. This is actually the link in which people will be able to live chat during the show. It directs right over to the YouTube page, and you can watch it right here. There is also a live stream chat room that I'm going to pull up right now in case anybody wants to go ahead and speak and be heard and ask questions and stuff like that. Because it's a thing. I'm going to mute that. And I'm going to find the chat room. While I look for the chat room, I'm going to try and not speak.
This is
Okay,
good. We're logging on right now. We're fully logged on.
We are fully logged.
This is good. This is very good.
Okay, so yeah, I have everything set. That's that, and yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So let's go. Let's we're gonna do the diggity damn thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like we said before, Kris from Sports. Now I've taken an MP tone. So how are you doing tonight, Kris? How's your night?
I'm pretty good. I'm literally just hanging out with my pup in my bed. We're just living the dream.
Oh, can I see the pup?
Yeah, come here, bud. He's sleeping. He's very grumpy.
Okay. Oh my God, the pupper is cute. The pupper is real. What's
Yeah.
the pup's name?
His name is Wrigley. Right.
Wrigley.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh.
Wrigley loves you.
He already wants to go back to bed. He's already very grumpy. He likes to sleep.
You don't want to upset him.
He likes to sleep under my blankets, and he likes to kick me a lot during the middle of the night. It's one of his pastimes. I wake up a lot to him just like pushing me away because he's a very tiny dog and I am a normal sized human, but he should have most of the bed because he's the tiny dog. And a normal human doesn't need anything, you know?
No, that's exactly how animals work. They're just like, I need everything in you to take a little bit. And I'm
exactly.
Give you
yeah. Because what do we know? What do we know?
we just give them life and shelter, you know?
Exactly.
No big deal whatsoever. But yeah, so we're going to start off a little bit of the show. I do have to give some props to the Terminus teas, and I'm going to check on their site right now. Who is Terminus teas, and why do you guys keep talking about them on Babetalk? Well, I'm going to let you guys know right now. Terminus teas is a website in which you would be able to order your t-shirts from. Like a lot of other sites, you would be able to work with a lot. Yeah. Like other sites, they offer people that would help you make your shirts and to get them out over to you. However, what sets them apart is that they have a lot more personable people who want to make sure that your brand is represented in the correct manner, and also some amazing artists that would be able to mock up certain things for you and send them over to you. They also take pride in crafting beautiful tees and having very unique branding. Well, not branding, but tags for your shirts, and also affordable prices, which they also do sales as well. So go check that shit out, terminustees.com, and they're currently doing a promotion for Inman Park Festival, which has a lot of different art and music and stuff. What is it? I don't know, but to find out, go to their site. Educate yourselves. Who do I look at? Like, no, I'm not an educator. But go thank an educator because today is also Teacher Appreciation Day.
It was that. It's bad that the only reason I know that is from a Snapchat filter. That's very bad.
That's pretty neat, man. It's just like, oh, we can celebrate teachers only through Snapchat, not Facebook.
Exactly.
Not anything. It's like worthwhile, just like Snapchat. Is Snapchat like one of the new like big mediums now.
I think it is. It's really weird. Like I feel like a lot of people use it. I don't really like Snapchat that much. It's weird, but people love it. People eat it up.
Now, do you find that it has a use within the like as a band? Like do you think it will end up being a medium in which bands will be able to incorporate it to like do anything with it?
I know that some have. We don't have a Snapchat, but I know that like people dig that stuff just to see what's going on in the day-to-day life. But you know, I feel like Instagram's the same thing for that for me, and I feel like Instagram's more I don't know. I don't know. I guess people always want more information though, and that's what Snapchat is.
True. Very true. Well, maybe one day Snapchat will end up getting its features up and will allow people to share more intimate details in more than 6 seconds long, because 6 seconds is pretty short.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. We haven't made one. Maybe we'll make one on tour. Who knows? Who wants to see us on Snapchat? Yeah, but you know, we're just a bunch of goons.
I'll give some beer love. You're like, oh, they just shotgunned that beer. Oh, that looks like fun. Tour looks like fun.
Tour for us is like, how many barcades can we go to, and how many games of pinball can we win for free? That's like
nice. That's actually a pretty good pastime.
Yeah, when we went to Atlanta a while ago, I got my name on the Terminator pinball machine. That was like the goal for all of tour. I was like, I'm going to get my name on a machine, and it happened. And I was like, hell yeah, I did it.
Very, very nice. Now, which game was it? Like which pinball version?
It was Pinball Terminator 2, I think.
Terminator 2. That's so dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but like every time we'll see, like we found an AC/DC one once, and we got pretty fucking excited about AC/DC pinball. I remember it just kept playing Highway to Hell. I was pretty into it. That was a good one too.
Now I think like the ultimate one would be if you guys found Tommy.
Found what?
Like the Who. For like.
Oh, I played the Who. Oh, I haven't played a Who rock hoppler, but I played the Who pinball before. We're very into pinball. We go to like many places to play pinball.
That's actually a pretty good pastime to do, like a bunch of bros in their pinball machines. That's actually really fun.
Yeah, no. There's like a 6-spot in New Hampshire that has like 50 or 60 pinball tables in it. Wow. That I know, it's wild. There's one where you can play each other, like it has there's no center thing, and it's like a football field, so you play football with pinballs. And then there's one where
really?
It's nuts. And then there was one where like the pinball was like this big, and the machine was like gigantic. It was like a Hercules one or something.
That's intense, and I've never heard anyone talk about this before. Like you guys, you're the first friend that I've heard ever get like passionate about pinball. It's fun. Like it's a normal thing, but I've never seen anyone with such a passion for it.
No, we eat up pinball. This is even like, it's like, I don't know, man. Like this is kind of coming to like focus for me for the first time that I have a pinball obsession. But like we have these apps too where we like play pinball when we're driving, like when we're in the car. Like, and dude, it's fucked. It's so fucked. Hold on. It's like you would think that like the pin. Oh, what the fuck? Did it delete all my tables? Oh, that's horseshit. Like they're like real tables. Like they're not just like fake things. Like the cabinets exist in real life, and I've played on like I'd have like fake tables on here, and then I'd be at a place and I'm like, oh, I've played this one before, and on my phone and shit. But
so you're already so you know where multipliers you get and everything like that. That's fantastic. That's practice. Yeah,
you know what? It's commitment. We're committing to the pinball lifestyle.
Oh man, that is great. That's new. That is new, but that's a very, very fun thing to be obsessed about. Not gonna lie.
Hell yeah! It's the most fun thing that just whenever we get to stop on tour, it's like, all right, I want to find a comic book store and I want to find a fucking spot to play pinball, and then we're having a good time.
Oh, so you're also into comic books as well?
Oh, dude, I read comics like all day, every day. That's
The new... I'm sorry, go on.
No, I'd say that's just like when we're just in the car, like I initially was bringing stacks so thick that it was like hurting my backpack and my back, so I bought a Kindle, and now this because you can store so many graphic novels on this thing, and I was reading one right before you called. You literally just like scroll through it. It's great. I love it.
Now, is that one that has the paper light, or is it like one of the
No, this is like one of the new tablet ones because it's like they're $50. I thought they were like expensive.
Wow, what's the memory on this? Like how much do they store for $50?
I don't know. I actually don't know the memory. I think it's like only 10 gigs, which like
That's
isn't
still like a decent amount of novels you can fit in there.
Totally.
If you read graphic novels, you could probably fit up to like what?
I've had like over like 10 on here. Yeah, you can do a lot. And they're like super fast to download too. So like you can just once you finish one, you just delete it off it, but you can still download it again like super easily.
Oh, because it stores it in the cloud system, right?
Yeah, and also like everything on the Amazon like Kindle store is like half off what it would be in print.
Fuck! Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sick.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So that's those are my two things, but I still like collect comics and like buy paper comics and shit.
True.
You gotta.
Are you Marvel, DC, or Indie?
I was like, it's super funny. I was just having this conversation with my friend today. I have this terrible Marvel bias that every time I like think about Marvel, I'm always like, man, Marvel shit sucks. But Marvel is like everything that I love right now is all Marvel. So like it doesn't make any sense. Like I mean,
You're conflicted.
Yeah, I'm very conflicted. But I read like everything now. Like I love indie comics. I love Image isn't really indie, but I love Image comics. I love Marvel comics. Right now, DC doesn't have much, but once they do this new rebirth they're doing, there'll be some really good DC stuff out. But like I would like live by Daredevil and Batman. Those are like my two guys.
Nice.
When it comes to superheroes. But then there's, the whole other plethora of things.
Oh yeah, there are just so many others. Also, just like a quick kind of like sidebar from that. When you say graphic novels, do you also do like the regular type of like my friend recommended one. I think it's called Black Hole that she recommended to me for such a while ago, and it's not really by any publication, but
Black Hole, that's Charles Byrne, I think, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
On my counter.
Yeah, well, that is like, I think when they made Black Hole, he just made it as a graphic novel. It wasn't like single issues first. Is that what you're like saying?
No. I mean like full like graphic novels.
Oh yeah, no,
like one-offs.
I definitely love eat those up too. I don't know, like everything that I always thought was written that way, I've like found out later to not be written that way because I like just got into comics within the past like 4 years. So like still pretty recently, and like I always just kind of thought like that's what Watchmen was like before when I first started reading comics. I always thought that one day someone just like presented someone with all of Watchmen and that it wasn't like done monthly for a while. But
gotcha. Okay.
But no, I still do like. Because I think there's a thing by Alan Moore, who's the guy who did Watchmen, called From Hell that I think was like that. From Hell's about like Jack the Ripper. And it's like a big, meaty. But I have Black Hole. I haven't read it yet. Every time I pick it up, I always like put it down again. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I just need to get into it because I've never been one to. I don't know. I live in too much of a digital age that it's kind of hard for me to get into a book nowadays.
Yeah, that's why I like graphic novels and comic books. It's like such a happy medium for me. But it's like I don't know. I love them though; they're great.
Yeah, which is the original question? Oh, yeah.
No, nothing. It was irrelevant.
Oh, nothing's irrelevant. This is no time, baby.
I was literally just gonna say that. That's the only reason I like Wednesdays because Wednesday's new comic book day.
Oh, nice. Like, or by your local store? Oh, wait, or are we talking Amazon?
No, just like naturally, like new comics come out on Wednesdays. Remember how like music used to come out on Tuesdays? How that was like a thing? Yeah, that's just like comics just come out on Wednesdays. Now music comes out whenever. I haven't gotten used to that yet.
Yeah, no, it's just like here it is.
Yeah. I like for like 10, like not 10 years, like 5 years. I was so used to just be like every Tuesday, it's new music day. I wonder what music comes out Tuesday. And then now it's just like I don't know. We have an album.
Like FYE and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. That was what a time to like actually like wait in line and to go and like not wait in line, but to pass by your record store and be like, oh, look at this new CD that came out.
See, I still try to do that. I really like getting vinyl. And so I always try to pick up albums on vinyl before I listen to them digitally, unless they don't exist on vinyl.
Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. Like kind of getting to the analog first, and then getting to the.
Yeah, because you listen to music differently on vinyl. I feel like on every time I listen to an MP3, it's just like background noise to me. You know, where it's just like it's not you listen to, but you're not like really listening to it. You're not like focusing it as much as you could be, or like just kind of like, oh look, there's music on, right? It's fun.
I think you do have a point with that. Because when you put on a vinyl record, you're listening to that whole thing. Like you have to take time out to like set up the player and then like turn on the sound system. And if you don't have headphones, you put on in the room. Like the whole thing's playing and it's all seamless. Whereas with digital, you just have the option just to be like, I can turn it on or off. Like you're investing time when you put on a record.
No, even if it's just like putting on like your iPod through like speakers, you know, like just where you're like sitting down and listening to music rather than just like. I don't know. Every time I'm listening to like music off my phone or like my computer, I'm just like, it's just like, oh, whatever. This is like noise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just my process. I don't know. I find that I listen more intently if I'm listening to a record. So I always try to do that first.
True. And that's your way and that's how you enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Way is better.
No, exactly.
Except for your way is cooler.
Yeah. No, exactly. People listen to the music in their own fashion. I just enjoy my speakers, my nice speakers, and the needle it spins.
It makes a cool swirly thing and like. Now, what is your setup that you use?
For records, I have Rega PL1, or maybe I think it's PL1. I have that table. I think it still has. Oh shit! I forget what kind of cartridge is in it. It's nice though. It sounds fine. And then I have a Pioneer receiver, and then I have two clips like they're not books. I forget what they're called, but they're kind of bigger. They're probably 10-inch woofers, so they're pretty like decent size. And they sound really nice. It's a pretty nice setup. I enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely
don't know anything on that life, so I was just letting you sound off for the record heads that are listening to this. I was just like, I bet he has something cool that he would want to talk about with that, and I was gonna let him do it.
Yeah, no, there's like it's not that good of like high end audio stuff, but high end audio stuff is like obscenely expensive.
That I do know.
Yeah, there's a time and place for that, and it's not yet.
I'm getting into it. Like I have my grandfather's old setup.
That's awesome.
And it's a thing that has produces sound, and as far as I know, it's not a Crossley, and that's about as far as I've gotten, and I just avoid trouble that way. Like I ask my friends about it, and they're like, "Oh, that's okay." I'm like, "I can do it okay." Like they won't eat my records, right? They're like, "No." I'm like, "Perfect. This is good."
Yeah, no, that's all that matters.
Now to kind of transition into your stuff, into how you guys are making music, I know that you guys currently have Demon Days put on vinyl, which is pretty dope.
Yeah. Super sick.
Which is super sick. So anyone that wants to go and check them out, I highly suggest you go over to realsportsboys.bandcamp.com. And this is the natural transition to us talking about the band Sports.
Yeah.
How smooth was that?
That's pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth. You got us right there.
There we go. Here we go. We're at it. This is going to be the interview of Kris from Sports. Hello. Hey, what's going on? So for those that don't know, of course, you are in the band Sports. And if you want to real quickly just give your position in the band, and if we can get a quick overview as to who sports are, we'll jump right into our interview.
Yeah, I play guitar and sing. And then we got Sean Duffy who plays bass, and then John Blank who plays drums, and he sings as well. He just
Well, cool.
Yeah.
So we have the members. We have your position. Let's kind of just get a feel as to where sports came from. Where did you guys find yourself forming?
So, man, it must have been like almost 3 years. Well, no, like over 3 years ago, I met John. He was in one of my classes, and I had like one day I was like wearing, man, I forget what band the one is. It was either like Balance and Composure or like Title Fight or like an Into It Over It shirt or hoodie, and he like made a comment about it, and which was weird because not a lot of people I knew knew the music I listened to. So we kind of just like started talking about that type of shit. And then, learned that, he played drums and I played guitar. And I was in another band at the time playing bass, and Sean was playing guitar. And we were trying to do it. We were playing music, playing shows or whatever. Nice, beginning band. So eventually one day John and I were just like, hey, we like the same music. Let's hang out and try to play some music. And we ended up writing, the first time we ever really played, we ended up writing Classic Twos in its entirety of our first EP.
Really?
Yeah, which was cool. And then we kind of just started writing songs, and I had a bunch of ideas that I'd written. And then at a certain point I was just way more into it than my other band. And it was just way more so eventually we kind of we did the normal shit. We recorded a demo with Sean from the bassist. He wasn't in the band yet, but he recorded us, and it was we hung out, and he's always been our friend. And then so we kind of just did that, and then eventually we were well, we need a bassist. And then I was well, I have all this bass gear, and Sean knows how to play the guitar. Why doesn't I don't just give him my bass shit, and then he plays bass? And so he just learned all our songs, and then we kind of just started playing. And then I think pretty much we had a lot of the first EP written before Sean joined the band. We'll get to this eventually. And I think we finished there was one completely unfinished song when he joined the band, and then the rest of everything, I had bass lines written for a couple of them, and then he wrote a couple of them, and I helped him write because he was just picking up the bass. And then, so yeah, that was he joined when that was pretty much finished, and then finally, yeah, we've been kind of going ever since then. We released that, did some weekenders here and there, not much, and then kind of one day we're just all right, let's write an album. And then we just wrote an album, recorded Demon Days, eventually met Kyle from Broken Rim. He put it out, and now we're, all done with college and whatnot, and trying to start transitioning to hopefully touring some more and writing more and really releasing more cool shit, and hopefully, doing the rock and roll thing.
Doing a traditional rock and roll lifestyle. Rolling. You know how it is. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it seems as if from the get-go, it seemed sports kind of really engulfed your time. Even when you were involved with other musical projects.
No, yeah, totally. Even when we first started, playing, John was living at home and I was living in Boston, and at least once or twice every week, I would just take the train all the way into the suburbs to go hang out at his spot so we could write and play music and just do shit. And so, yeah, we kind of ever since then too, we've been playing a lot. I mean, now we're playing a lot more, which is really awesome after taking we took a month off to write and record some little stuff before this big tour. But yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been what I want it to be. It's awesome. It's really fun.
Nice, and it's really good when you're able to see your own goals materialize in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's really exciting. It's really cool. But yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time was had by all. So let's rewind a little bit. So we know that you have your interest in music. We know that you have the ability to form a band and to write in. But where that initial itch come from to jump into a music scene?
Wait, what do you mean?
Jump into music in general. Where did your when did you start playing the guitar? Where's your origin story for that?
So when I was when I was younger, I grew up with an older brother. And when I was younger, I don't know. We would always like when I was in kindergarten and first grade, I listened to Blink-182 and shit. So I always kind of dug music from when I was younger. It probably wasn't until third grade when I really started to make my own music choices. I remember being in first grade and the CDs that I had in first grade were Enema of the State, fucking No Strings Attached by NSYNC. I had the fucking Eminem album, the one with is that Marshall Mathers, the one with Slim Shady. Yeah, I had that. I had I think Hello Rockview by Less Than Jake. I had weird ass shit like that. And then once I was in third grade is when I was nah, I like punk music. When I would listen to Blink-182 and Sum 41, and then I was really into Newfound Glory, and then in third grade I was fucking real big on Good Charlotte. I was a big Good Charlotte fan, and then in third grade I went to my first concert, which was Blink-182, Green Day, and Saves the Day on the Pop Punk Disaster Tour.
Man, last week we just had someone talking about that. Who did I have on the show a lot last week? I'm such an asshole because I'm not going to remember. Firestarter. We had Firestarter. And he was talking about that exact same tour. It's so fucking funny. It's
really wild. We just got out of the studio from recording 2 songs, straight to tape with this dude, Alex. Hold on. I need to find his full name. He has a last name with a hyphen or a dash in it, and I always forget. I sort of know what they are, but I don't know. It is Alex Garcia Riviera. He has a studio in Medford, Mass. He's one of 13 studios that are fully analog. So there's no computer anywhere. It's fucking badass.
Wow,
but
that's incredible.
He is American Nightmare, Give Up the Ghost.
Yeah. He
plays drums in that band. And also on the Pop Punk Disaster Tour, he drummed for Saves the Day.
That sounds about right, because that whole Saves the Day
he was in Piebald too. He played in Piebald for a bit. He's in a solo band called Chrome Over Brass. That's fucking really wild and worth checking out.
It's so funny. It's those are kind of the old heads of the alt pop punk scene.
Oh no, yeah.
Punk enough to be Blink and fucking Simple Plan, but pop punk to be
yeah.
Saves the Day, starting line, the bands along the lines of that.
Nah, Saves the Day is great too. It's funny because I remember at the time I didn't like Saves the Day in third grade, but now they're I hate myself for not being into through being cool and fucking stay what you are because that's what they were touring in 2001 when I saw them, and that's miserable that I saw them touring that and I don't remember it.
It's so weird. It's kind of this. Yeah, I know the feel. Yeah.
Yeah, and then ever since then too, that was my first concert in third grade, and then when I was in fourth grade, these are wild. When I was in fourth grade, I saw Motion City Soundtrack touring I Am the Movie, Thrice touring Artist in the Ambulance, fucking the Get Up Kids touring that one Get Up Kids album that everyone knows. The one with the robot kids on it.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Get Up Kids. And then Dashboard Confessional was headlining.
And that's all that pop up the 30-year-old now they're just oh, you real friends back in my day. We used to cry mosh to fucking Dashboard and Get Up Kids.
Yeah, so I went to that and then I went to the Honda Civic tour, which was at that year it was fucking Less Than Jay, Good Charlotte, Newfound Glory, which was crazy. I saw Something Corporate a lot. I saw the RX Bandits a couple times. I saw Simple Plan, not Simple Plan, the Starting Line. So I always like, and then eventually when I was in middle school, I got like super into Bayside and like and I just was always fucking going to shows. I was always listening to this kind of stuff. And then like when I was in 7th grade, I was like, I met this kid who liked Blink-182 and played guitar. And I was like, well, I should just get a bass because I like music so much. I always wanted to play music. It's because I liked it so much. And I was like, well, I should just get a bass and I'll fucking learn how to play Blink-182 songs and other band songs, and my friends and I will play them. And so I picked up bass in 7th grade, and I immediately me and my friends started a band, which like the guitarist and the drummer I would go on to play music with until I was a senior in high school. So like,
oh wow, that's actually cool, though.
So we just started playing Blink-182 songs, and then from there we played Blink-182 songs, and then we broke up, and then we formed a grindcore band.
That's natural progression.
When I was in 8th grade, I was in a fucking grindcore band. I don't know, maybe I was a freshman in high school, and then once I was like end of freshman year, beginning of sophomore year, until when I was a senior, I was in this pop punk band called the Light Up Scene, and like, so I was writing music my fucking whole childhood, when I was younger, and then so kind of always went from there. Once that band, the Light Up Scene, we weren't successful or anything, but like, we recorded with the guitarist from A Day to Remember, and we recorded with the drummer from Every Avenue, which was like really fucking funny. And like, it's kind of funny.
Like, it is, but like, because you put in the work for it,
Yeah. Like, it's funny though too, because like I like still go back and listen to that shit, and it's like super bubblegum, but it's like I like love it at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, I would totally love to, because what year are we talking at this point? Like, what would be the heavy influences of the time that would go into your sound?
At that time, it was like Forever the Sickest Kids were big. Yep. A Day to Remember were big. Fucking Never Shout Never was really popular. Like,
so we're talking like heavy synths and like
yeah, it was, but no, the band that I was in was just like pop, like that, just fucking stereotypical, like Chunk. We were Chunk No Captain Chunk before that band was like anything. Like, we just played that terrible genre of fucking pop punk where you just played poppy choruses and then put breakdowns in it.
Yep, fantastic. So it's weird because now we're looking at sports, and so we're kind of looking at the timeline between like all these like different endeavors that you've gone into, and then went to something like, as other people would kind of throw the songs into, like twinkly emo. I'm still like kind of cloudy on those, like the subgenres of emo, but yeah, like this is clearly like emotional. It's clearly like more mathy, and that's like as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we get asked that a lot. I don't know. I never really think about that shit. But, I mean, it really, like, I know that, like, I guess, like, yeah, we play, like, twinkly or, like, emo shit. Like, that's probably, like, the easiest way to describe it. It's like, people always tell us we sound like tiny moving parts, which, I only hear that because of, like, the guitar lines I play. Otherwise, I don't think our music sounds all that similar. But, I mean, we get wild comparisons. Like, we get Chan a lot, which, like, doesn't make any sense. We get the Fall of Troy a lot, which doesn't make much sense either, but is, like, really fucking cool.
The Fall of Troy.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome if we sound like the Fall of Troy. Yeah. I'm into that. But, like, I don't know.
Like, my first thought when I had listened to you guys were, like, when, like, bands put, like, for fans of, I went for, You Blew It.
Yeah.
Which I happen to love a lot.
Yeah.
Like, into it over it, like you put with, like, there.
Yeah, I like, yeah, I love, like, when I was, so I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
And so when I was like a junior in high school, you remember the band, the Felix Culpa?
It's my reason why I'm laughing is because our friend of the show, Eric, is a writer for the Hard Times, and he wrote an article that says, "Person does not know the band but has heard of them," and he used my name within the article.
Damn.
So now I must say, I don't know them, but I've heard of them.
They're they're a really good band, man. If you ever get the chance, you check out "Sever Your Roots" by the Philadelphia, you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
But I went to one of their shows when they were re-releasing that album, "I No Sleep," and Evan from Into It Over opened up because he lives in Chicago and he played acoustic, and it's so funny because like he's like this is so ridiculous. I went to that show literally at like 2 hours before the show was going to start on a whim. I literally was just like, oh, I want to go see the Felix Culpa. Didn't know anything else about the show. Was just like, hey, let's get in my car and go downtown. Got to the show, fucking was just hanging out, and then like I heard of Into It Over, but I didn't know them. Like just like what you're saying. Okay. And so I was like, all right, like this band could be cool. And the second he started playing, I was like laughing in hysterics because I was so shocked at what I was hearing that I couldn't do anything else but just laugh at like that how like ridiculous like have you ever just like has something ever happened to you that's like so crazy that you just like start laughing and like someone thinks you're just like what's wrong, why you laugh, like what, and it's like no, like that this is just fucking awesome. And so like my friend and I were just like staring at awe at Evan playing his songs acoustically, and like he was fucking like he just shred. I'd never seen anyone play like that. And he was just fucking like shedding, and he just sounds like the fucking dude from Death Cab. So his voice just sounded like an angel, and I was just like laughing my ass off. Like I was just like, holy shit. And so like ever since then, I've been like, I need to do that. Like I need to figure out whatever it did that made me freak out and start laughing, and I need to figure out whatever that is and be able to do that. So
true.
He's like a main reason of why which is like crazy now that he's huge now, which is fucking awesome. He's gotten so big and he's, done so many fucking incredible things. And it's really cool to see that as someone who's like, I've been, watching him perform since he was just like he'd play small clubs and like houses in Chicago, like every other month or every month. And like my friend and I after that show, we'd go to every single one because we were like, why not? He's like this local dude and like, it's fucking awesome to see where that guy's at now. He's such a good guy. But but like he's a huge influence on me and what I want to write, and like everything he's like he's one of the only artists that I can think of off the top of my head where like mostly everything he's put out I'll be like, yeah, that's like a good song. And like that's crazy because now his like discography is fucking huge. Like
oh god, yeah.
Every like that Pet Sematary album was my favorite album last year. That album was so good. There was great. I got lucky enough to see there when they did that small like East Coast run. That was fucking really cool. When they did it with them and Mansions. Mansions, another good band.
It was funny. Yeah. I just recently had listened to them maybe about like a year ago. I was traveling down to New York and I put my Spotify playlist on and I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, boy, this sounds a lot like if Tiny Moving Parts were to collide with Into It Over. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm looking at the bio and I'm like, well, I'm an asshole, huh? Would you look at that? So it's a cool collection. And the songwriting and the song style you can definitely hear a lot of influences. But what I do like is that like I've seen it within the reviews that I see right on you guys' Bandcamp. From what I've heard, my own personal brother speak well about you guys from my personal listen. From James Boss talking with you guys earlier this past year in January, some J month. With your songwriting, it's very emotional, and I've been using this word a lot lately, but unapologetically just like right there on the sleeve. Like one of the songs that stuck out to me was words that rhyme with different, and it's just like, and like a lot of songs that fall within the same lyrical content within this song kind of like go off each other, and it's awesome. it's fantastic. But the one thing that I wanted to know is that like how are you able to like expose yourself that hard to kind of like look at yourself and let's say like this is kind of what's up with me, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
not in a negative way. Like
no, I know. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's like my lyric writing process is fucking really weird, man. I was just having this fucking talk with my friend today. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. I like never know how I write the lyrics that I write them. But like all I know is that like at one point I'll have 0 lyrics, and then at another point I'll have a full lyric. And the middle between none lyric to full lyric it's like different every time, and I don't know, like I always it's so weird too because I have to really feel a certain way to really start writing. And like there have been times where like, man, we wrote Demon Days in like 2.5 months, I think. Like the story behind that album is that like we wrote our EP, and then we kind of just we played shows here and there. We were playing, we were writing. We weren't really writing that much. We were kind of just like, doing a song here and there. And then like we'd be like, oh, we're going to do a split, and then something would fall through. So we just kind of had a couple songs sitting around. And then at one point we're like sitting down, it's probably December, and we're like figuring out what our next year plan is, because I was like, we were all about to go home for Christmas, so I was about to travel. And so we're kind of thinking about things. And then we were like, yo, let's write an album. Let's write and release an album next year. Let's do it. And we were all like, yeah, like this seems like the next step. I had never written an album before, and I was like, I've always wanted to write an album. Let's do it. Yeah. And we were like, all right, like maybe we could think about recording the album over spring break, which you should never. Oh shit. You should never do that. Never fucking say that you're going to have something done by a certain time that you're not going to have done by a certain time. Because like we said that we were going to do this, and then like I think by like January 1st, the year we decided we were going to record it in March, like March 20th or something. And I was like, all right, we'll demo everything by the end of February. I think January 1st, we had 2 songs written or something.
Not nerve-wracking whatsoever.
Yeah. So then like it was just like a mad dash of like, oh shit, like we might have fucked up. So like the next couple of like weeks were like, and like months were just like us writing, and I mean like literally just like I was like, I need ideas, to the point of like the last song, Police You're Out Here, the one we showcased with you guys before. We said that we were gonna demo the album 2 weeks before we record the album, and then we pushed that back to 1 week before we were gonna record the album, and we didn't. That song wasn't written at all. And really? So we went to like the drummer's like mom's house so we could demo that out and record drums and record guitars. And we set up the first day. We recorded a bunch of stuff. We like recorded like half of the songs on drums, or maybe all of them. And then we were just like staying up, like DIing bass and guitar, and the drummer, the Sean did his stuff on bass. And it was probably like midnight until like 3 a.m. And I'm just like laying on the couch, and I was like, damn it, we need a song. We don't have a song. Like we need to write a song. And I ended up writing the riff at the end of the song. I ended up writing that, and I was like, damn, this is like a really cool riff. And I was like, but like, what could this be? And then so like kind of just like we're just like really happy that there was at least that. Woke up the next day. Do you listen to Weatherbox at all?
Weatherbox, no.
Okay. So I'm really into Weatherbox, and I was really into Weatherbox at the time. And so when we were driving down, they have this song called Drag Out, that the end of the song is just like hits and they sound like they're nonsense and it's like the fucking coolest thing I've ever heard. And that was another time of when I was just sitting down listening to something that had happened and I started yelling and laughing out loud when it happened because I was just like shocked. But we were listening to that and we were
incredible,
and we were like listening to that, and so we kind of wanted to do something weird like that. And then so we wrote that like ba da ba 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 do ba, but right before the riff happens, and we wrote that part, and then we were like, oh shit, like that fits, we can do that. And then we wrote the whole beginning of the song, and then we were like, holy shit, we wrote a song, it's done. And then we were like, now let's play it together. And then we realized we wrote 2 different parts at 2 very different speeds.
Well, and then it's like
so at first I'm like, let's just make
knowing the song it makes sense, but like the actual like piecing together is so like
no, it was just because we've never really written a song that way where we were just like making parts and then putting them into one. But like, so then we just like, we're like, let's make them all 1 speed. And then we're like, that didn't work. And that's why that song has that, like at the very end of the second chorus, we like slow the song down, like 15 BPMs or something, like something ridiculous. But then even there, like, you know, we had that song done like a week before. We only wrote it a week before we went to record. So I'm like sitting around scrambling for lyrics. And like the whole time, like I had a couple songs too that I was like, I literally just don't have anything to write about. And then all of a sudden something will come up in my life that I'll think about, and then I'll just fucking, you know, pour it out. It just like at that time, especially Police, I was playing a lot of Magic the Gathering, like a lot. And like that whole entire song's about like how I just got like super addicted to playing Magic the Gathering. That's all I would do for like a while. Like there's like a whole section in the bridge where I'm just only singing Magic the Gathering references, which is like ridiculous. But so that I don't know, that's how it's like my.
Oh my god, you're fucking right.
Yeah.
It works. I've always listened to this song, and like, that's fucking great.
Yeah. So yeah, and so like every song is kind of that way, you know, like, and like literally like the song "I Am the Boy," the drummer was like going through a breakup, and I like got really sad about it, and I was like, damn, that like makes me really sad. And then I just wrote all of "I Am the Boy," which is like a breakup song, but like I've been dating my girlfriend for like 2.5 years now. And when I first showed her that song, she was like, people are going to think this is about me. I was like, that sucks.
It's like, sorry, it's good music. But I mean, like, it's just, it is really cool that, like, you do have that ability to, like,
no,
to write and write well.
Yeah, I beat myself up about writing a lot. I always think I can do something more with the lyrics, and I mean, I listen to you listen to so much music and you hear so many great lyricists, and it's just like, damn, like, how can I be that? But at the same time, you also got to like be yourself and like not let it eat you up too much, which is that's a really tough, you know, transition for me. And I think a lot of other people is that disconnect of like, well, you can't be someone else. You should like be yourself too, you know? But you know,
it's yeah, and because it's always hard to like you know, like stand out, be yourself, and to like say, not say like this is incredible, because like of course like when you're gonna put something out of your own stuff, you're gonna like, you know, hold yourself to a merit of some sort. But
yeah.
like, when you're surrounded by so many talented people, like, you know, like you have enough balls to put out your own work, but not enough like goal to say like I'm at that level. And then,
Yeah.
like, if you do, you're Kanye West, and if you don't, you're like, you know, you're like too straightforward. You know, so it's kind of like finding that happy medium. But I mean, at least like the first step is always to put out the stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys and you and the rest of the band's clearly doing that.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day too, like I always just want to write something that will mean something to someone. Like every time people are always like, oh, what are your songs about? Like, what are your, like, why did you write these things? Or like, and it's always just like, you know, like that shit that happened in my life. And it's always good to try to give a voice to somebody else who feels like they don't have one. And I know, you know, music's done that for, you know, countless people. So.
Same. So true. And like, again, exactly. So now we're looking at the new stuff that you're putting out. You guys, as you had spilled to me, are now recording some new things.
Yeah.
What do we do? Yeah. What's up with that?
Well, yeah, we're doing a split with a band out of California. And I guess I probably shouldn't have said that but it's okay. Because I mean, we don't know too much about it yet, other than we're gonna do a split with this band. But yeah,
I won't take a billboard out on this, so.
Yeah, but we have some songs recorded. The other band has some stuff recorded. It sounds really cool. I'm really excited to get it out, but that probably won't see the light of day until like November of this year.
Okay.
Because but there's always stuff in the oven, as they say.
Of course, like they like to promote insane.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, currently you do have the split that you guys had just put out with
Perspective
the one band with a really long
Perspective of Lovely and Lions. Yeah.
So what did you decide to do a little bit different for this split or in this song particularly?
So
in Ranch.
In Ranch is Ranch is one of those songs that like you always kind of wish that you could do, where it just came to us really, really fast and it was really, really easy. And like kind of we had a song written because we got asked to do the split kind of out of left field. Kyle from Broken Rim Records would have the split in production, and it was kind of just taking a while. And then eventually, like they had, Perspective and Lions were all squared away, and they had their songs getting ready. And then he was like, "Why don't we just like make the package a little bit cooler and add a third band, and then we can do this cool?" Because the record, have you seen the record? It's awesome, man. The B-side is like screen printed, and they're like translucent. They're really, really pretty records.
Oh, sick. Nice.
Yeah, and so he kind of wanted to do something like that. So we got added on at last minute, and when he asked us, I was like, "Yeah, we have one song that's written and totally done." And I was like, "And we'll just write another one up, like because we had I think like 2 months or something." So I was like, "We'll write one up, like we'll get something going." And we kind of just like one day set out to just write, like go and write and see what we can do, and then we kind of just wrote Ranch in one sitting in that way, and it like right now it's my favorite song to play live, and I'm really happy with how it came out. It's because it's weird, we're always trying to change how we sound, but I think that one sounds different, but at the same time like totally like something that we've already released before, which is cool. I
mean, it is because it still holds your the one term that I typically use is like your tone, your essence.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, so I'm really happy with how it came out. I think it's a cool song, and there's that stupid guitar solo at the very end, and I think that's hilarious.
Hey, I mean, it sounds stuffy, so. Oh, I just use stuffy to describe something. What the fuck is wrong with me?
we like a whole end of that song is like absurd and a joke to me. Like we sort of like wrote the song up to that point, and then we kind of like stopped and like gathered our thoughts, and then Sean was like, "What if we just make it a really slow 3/4?" And then I was like, I don't know, that seems ridiculous. And then we did it, and then we kind of were like, yeah, let's do that. That's funny. And so, and I always enjoy that when we listen to that song.
Yeah, it's kind of like a personal joke.
Yeah, but I don't know that one, and I don't know. Yeah, that one, it's one of my favorites to play right now. It's definitely one of my favorite songs that we've released recently too.
True. Well, how about we give them a taste? How about we let them listen to it? Does that sound like a cool thing?
Hell yeah, I'm into it.
I thought you said no for a moment. I'm like, oh wait, we talked about this. I'm sorry. I didn't know this song. But okay, yeah. So we get to listen to Ranch.
Hell yeah.
So of the three-way split with Lions and
Perspective of Lovely Hand the Hold.
Thank you very much. This came out recently. This came out just this past month in March 21st. Go ahead and check this out, guys. But we're gonna let you listen to it. This is Ranch, and then we have another song, Cool Ranch, which you guys should just go ahead and listen to. We're gonna play the first song for you, and I'm making up for time until I get everything ready, and I'm okay. No more killing time. This is Ranch. All the three-way split. Take a listen to this.
Fill the void of this ever-growing silence that eats away at me. White lies I tell myself while I'm asleep that possibly done. I come back to these things night after night for days on repeat. Don't know why I try anymore. I can't control anything. My mind is fucking racing. Things I can't see, I can't hear. Always comes back to dying. I feel like I'm sinking in this ever-growing hole of depression and chilling. Drowning of all my thoughts in well-being. So sit back, don't try to sleep, just wait as you begin to pull apart entirely. Can't you hear me? At this point, why do you keep listening? I can't control anything. My mind is fucking racing. Things I can't see, I can't hear. Always comes back to dying. It feels like I'm sinking in this ever-growing hole of depression, chilling anxiety. I never wanted anything. I never find myself to blame. Can't comprehend. Just listen to me. I can feel the air as I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling.
Stop. Nope, you guys can't listen to that because you have to go and do the research for yourself. Who do I look like? Someone that just hands out new music to you guys by means of a radio program and a podcast? I don't fucking think so. You guys gotta do some of the work yourselves. So I suggest you go over to realsportsboys.bandcamp.com, buy their $2 split that they put out, and go look at the rest of their discography that they have. They have their early stuff. They have their stuff that they just put out with Demon Days, which is so good. I'm going to put my journalistic cap aside and just say that this is just fucking enjoyable to listen to. I can get really articulate when it comes to pop punk. When it comes to Men Overboard, I can tell you the progression, the pop punk, the heavy riffs, like in like the Wonder Years and like bands like that. But when it comes to this new like twinkly and like emo things, I have other writers that can just go on and on about it. But I've enjoyed bands like Misser, like Into It Over It, Balance of Composure, You blew it. Baseball. All the kind of like tiny moving parts is is one of my favorites. And like this is kind of like those bands like the Intuit, the tiny moving parts on the very lower level that still isn't as lyrically intricate. This is unique in the sense of like the emotions are just right fucking there and they're really hard hitting, and the stories that go along with it are pretty dope. And now I know that Police You're Out of Here is kind of based off of Magic too, which now reviewing the lyrics is just absolutely fucking hysterical. But like you guys seem like really awesome kids. The music is really fucking awesome, and you guys are doing tours too. Before we wrap up the show, let me hit me with some tour dates because you're going on tour like next fucking week.
Yeah, we leave Wednesday. I'm gonna rail them all off. Let's see. Let's get them going.
Yeah, let's get them going.
So we're doing Wednesday in Cambridge, Mass. And then that's May 11th. And the 13th, we're doing Nashua, New Hampshire. 14th in Albany, 15th in Buffalo, 16th in Akron, Ohio, 17th in Columbus, Ohio, 18th in Detroit, 19th in Grand Rapids, 20th in Chicago, 21st in Eau Claire, 22nd in Minneapolis, 23rd in Fargo, 26th in Seattle, 27th in Portland, 28th in Reading, 29th in Oakland, 30th in Stockton, 31st in Fresno, the 1st in LA, June 4th in Albuquerque, June 6th in Wichita Falls, June 7th in Austin, then Denton, then the 9th is in Oklahoma, then Kansas City, then St. Louis, then Bloomington, then Lexington, then Knoxville, then Greensboro, then Richmond, then Philly, then Hartford, and then I'm home.
That was really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. That was impressive.
We're going out there.
Yeah, you are going out there. Like, and this isn't your first tour that you guys are doing either, is it?
No, we've done a couple others like way smaller than this. This is the first extensive one we're doing, but we couldn't be more excited.
Seriously, and it's going to be awesome. I will be seeing you guys at the Philly date. And you guys have played Philly before. I think you've booked with Kalani or Ruben.
Yeah. We've booked with both, actually. And Lucas from Collect Yourself is booking this one.
Oh, Collect Yourself! Such babes!
True. Yeah, so it will be us, Collect Yourself, Romp, and then another band.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's stacked. Philly's stacked. Boston is stacked as much as I kind of don't want to give mention to that. But
it's okay. I'm from Chicago.
It's producing.
The Cubs are doing
from Chicago. All right. Yeah. The Cubs are doing better than the Yankees are right now. The Yankees are like fucking like 8-13, I think, and I'm just like, well, it was nice to have hope.
I think, the Cubs are 19-6.
Oh man, what a time to be alive for a Cubs fan.
Seriously, well, not really. The 100 plus years we've had.
True, but anyway, but Chicago's doing you band hunt music. Holly. Well, you guys are doing awesome. We discussed some of the stuff that you guys have been doing throughout the night. The history of sports, the slight future. Is there anything that you guys do know that's on the forefront that you want to talk about?
We're there are. It's weird that I feel like I can't say things about what we're doing yet. But no, we'll get this eventually is in the works right now to be pressed to vinyl. That's the big thing that I'm really looking forward to. Ever since we released that, I mean, even, my whole life, I'd always dreamt of having music. Well, not my whole life, really. I started collecting vinyl as a sophomore and a freshman in high school. And ever since then, I've always wanted my own music on vinyl. So it's really cool that this is, starting to happen. And it's really exciting that release is going to be pressed because there's some really important songs on that release to me. And I'm really looking forward to that. And we're also, that one is so it's going to be a 12-inch, and the A side's going to have the full EP. Then the B side's going to have a bunch of like B sides. So there's going to be some cool. like we released an acoustic split a while ago that we took off the internet. And the songs off that are going to be on it. And then we're going to put some demos we've recorded and some other like random things. So that's going to be fun. The artwork for that, my friend is like finalizing the vinyl. It's the same artwork. He just had to redo it. but it's looking fucking awesome. I'm really excited about that. And then we are going to announce some cool stuff for other things in the future too that are worth keeping your eyes peeled for. Some more touring, you know, stuff that I actually think I'd get in trouble if I said about, but you know, it'll be cool.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get you in trouble, and I also must tell the Stockton kids that are watching this. It's not the tour you're thinking of, and that's not the tour, and I'll rectify that when I see you guys later, because I need to yell at you guys for not being knowledgeable and
I think.
Me sweat.
Wait, are you talking about Stockton, Cali?
Oh yeah, the Stockton kids.
We're going out there. We are going out there on the 30th.
No, I mean Stockton College.
Oh, Stockton College. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about California. We're going. Yeah, but yeah, nope. We're not. We're not.
Oh no.
We're not on
tour in Stockton, California.
No. We're not on tour with Pine Grove or Turnover, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's Ohio sports.
Good job, guys. Thanks so much. Babetalk is now blacklisted, or blacklisting Stockton College from giving their music out.
There's like way too many bands called sports. It's bad. It's okay though.
Yep, but you guys are the best around, and I actually do mean that from a genuine place. You guys are the best sports around.
I greatly.
So that's where we're gonna end it. We're gonna end the cheesy notes right then and there. Kris, thank you so much for coming on. It was such a long time in the making to have you come on, and I'm very, very, very glad we've been able to showcase your music on a radio show. I'm glad that we were able to showcase your music here. If you guys have any new information, we're always going to be willing to share it.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Like we'll do one. Let's do one again when we get back or later in the year or so. Anytime, let me know. I'm always down. I'm always down to hang out and talk about the dumb notes that come out of my mouth.
Well, I mean, like you just did an interview with us back in January, so I guess now in how many months? In four months, we'll give another interview, because right now that's just a pattern. That's just going to be the Babetalk Sports pattern. Every 4 months, we'll give you an interview just off the bat. We'll just call, hey, what's up?
Hell yeah, I'm into it.
Because that's how we roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, so guys. So on Thursday, we're going to be talking to My Kind of Fire. There's some awesome guys that are going to be coming out there. They already started promotional work for it, and we will not disappoint. Or we might. We have the tendency to do both.
It's okay.
The guys
people
also
mess up sometime.
True.
You can't be perfect.
But we're the.
But
nobody's.
You're gonna kill it. But you got to give the. But maybe it's not though. Maybe just in case. Just in case someone like what if you cough in a time when you're asking an important question and someone got really mad about it? You'd be like, but now I gave you that precursor. It's okay though.
I thank you so much for allowing us to fuck up. But if you only knew. Oh no, dude! If you only knew. I got stories. I got so many stories. Our slogan is professionally unprofessional, and I love everything that we do for everybody. But if anyone would be like, so how's it like being a professional journalist society? I'd be like, I don't know. I'll let you know when we get there. So My Kind of Fire next week. The following week, we're going to be going to our normal Tuesday, Thursday schedule. As of right now, I don't think we have anything too crazy coming up. We have awesome new photos from Sammy. From The Used. We have Under Oath On. We have a new photographer that just put up some new photos from Being as an Ocean and that tour down in Florida. And we have some new musical alerts that will be hitting the site from a new slew of writers that are making their way to Babetalk premiere some. Any shout-outs that you want to give, Kris?
I don't know. Come out and hang out on tour. Come hang out with us. Come hit up us on Facebook. Come talk to us. If you hear this anywhere, come hang out. Hell yeah. Just trying to hang out and make some cool friends,
Same, because that's what the scene's all about.
It's all about who you got to meet people. It's all about meeting people. It's the best part of it.
It really is, and that's the one thing that I do love about the music scene in which we have, especially from doing this show, is that we want to make it a point that the people that put out the music, they're not on a pedestal. Everyone is very friendly. Everyone has a story to be told, and everyone has important things that apparently they put down to paper and like they make music, but also we like comic books and we like discussing graphic novels and like some of us like collecting pop figures. Like what was it, Tyler from um oh God, I'm such an asshole. Lay like night, and like other stuff like that. So yes, please go and make friends with these people. Go see them on tour. Um, make our sponsors happy and go check out Terminus Tees. They're not as personable, but they do have personable people that will give you some awesome T-shirts.
That's the
Go
second
check
smooth
them
one.
out.
That was two. That was smooth as hell.
And I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Babetalk tonight. Kris, thank you very much, and we'll see you on Thursday. Everyone, take it easy. Enjoy your nights.